Let's talk about the desire to be loved. This is something that I believe almost everyone on the planet has. Everybody wants to feel loved and desired by someone. And I would even go so far as to say that most people desire this more in a romantic way and not so much in a platonic way. Meaning, sure, feeling loved by your friends and family feels nice, but most people want to feel loved by someone who loves them in that more romantic way, where they desire them, they deeply care for them, and their life wouldn't be the same if they were to lose you tomorrow. Most people want that. They want to feel deeply desired in that way, deeply cared for. They want that real, meaningful connection. And yet, it almost sometimes feels out of reach in today's world. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because I was realizing just how much I desire that in my own life. And I know a lot of other people desire that as well. I mean, I've learned enough about human psychology. We all pretty much want to feel loved for the most part. And that got me thinking about the fact that it seems like in today's world, this desire trips us up more than ever. And that's because it feels so unobtainable in today's world. And I am speaking primarily from the point of view in Western countries, but it just feels like people have kind of turned away from that real, deep, meaningful connection with others. So what I mean here is, nowadays dating and relationships feel so superficial, like people are almost afraid of creating something meaningful. I mean, I can't tell you how many times on dating apps I've seen women state on their profiles that they're not looking for anything serious, or that they don't even want that. And I know that in a lot of cases they're just trying to experience as many different guys as possible so they can figure out what they want, even though the coolidge effect starts taking its toll there, and it hurts their ability to be able to commit to someone long term further down the road. But that's a separate thing entirely. So what I more so mean is just the fact that so many people don't want something meaningful when they're young is a problem. It's all right to experience different people and see what you like, but there is a point where it can be taken too far, and it will hurt you in the future if you do that. But it's almost like people are hurting themselves now because of the fact that they are turning away from creating meaning when they're young. I mean, think about people even 50 years ago. Things were different back then. You had way more high school sweethearts. You had way more people finding the person they ended up marrying in frickin' high school. How often does that happen now? Probably not nearly as often as before. Because now, even if someone were to meet a great partner for them in high school, they'd immediately start thinking, I wonder what else is out there. I wonder if somebody better is out there. You see, that's the thing. People didn't really used to think that way in the past. Sure, it happened to some extent, but they also were more reasonable back then. They had more realistic expectations. They knew that if they met someone great, their odds of replacing that person would probably be pretty low. But nowadays, thanks to dating apps, hookup culture, the pill, and just other issues that have arisen, it makes people believe that there are no consequences to just experiencing as many different people as possible and seeing what's out there. And that stops them from wanting to immediately commit to someone early on, to create a meaningful connection with someone early in life. People just don't really want to do that anymore. I mean, I saw the evidence of that everywhere around me when I was growing up. I happened to be one of those fools, should I say. I'm just poking fun. Obviously, I didn't think I was dumb for it, but I used to be one of those people who wanted something meaningful even back then in high school. But very few of the girls wanted that. They were just trying to see what was out there. And I always found that interesting, because I couldn't quite wrap my head around it at the time. Obviously now I have a way better understanding of human psychology in general, and especially female psychology, so I get it. But even still, there are times where just human nature baffles me because it just doesn't make sense. Meaningful connections are the pinnacle of our existence, really. Like, I mean, I already touched on how almost everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be desired and loved simultaneously. We all want that. So why are we acting in such a way that turns ourselves away from it? It's just so weird to me. Like I said, I do understand it, but it's still weird. Like, oh, it just boggles my mind. But yeah, dating apps have created a big problem with it because they've opened the door to you being able to easily replace a partner, which, newsflash, you can only ever easily replace low quality partners. Like, good freaking luck trying to replace a high quality partner on a dating app. It's not gonna happen. But so many people just can't tell when they've met someone good. So if they have a good partner, they're not gonna know they're good. So they're gonna think, oh, I can easily replace this person, and then they'll move on to someone else, and then they'll realize, holy crap, this person is not better, and I should have stayed with my ex, but now it's too late. There was someone else who appreciates him more. Oh, what have I done? It's just not good. And then hookup culture has made it so people just do a lot of bedroom Olympics with people they'll never see again in their life, and just have so much fun in that realm, thinking that there aren't any long-term consequences from it, and yet it hurts their ability to be able to create meaningful long-term relationships in the future, because the Coolidge effect kicks in. And I'm not really going to explain that. If you want to know what that is, just look it up. But I guess I can give a quick summary of it. It's just basically where the more often that you experience new partners in that realm, it'll make you crave new and exciting people going forward. So it becomes very difficult to commit to someone long term because they're going to get boring to you. Okay, here's a good way of saying it. If you've had sex with a lot of people, then it's going to be difficult for you to just commit to someone long term. Because how could you? If you've had all this fun and excitement from all these different people, how the hell are you going to stay committed to one single person? Is that one person going to be able to provide all the excitement and fun that the 20 or 30 or 50 or hundreds of other people gave you before them? No, there's no way. They can't possibly do it. They're just one person. So there you go. That's the issue with sleeping around a lot. There's a reason why there was so much shaming around that in the past, and I'm beginning to believe that was a good thing. Now, I wouldn't ever go around like shaming people for it, but I think there was a reason that happened. I think it did actually cause a lot of people, or it protected a lot of people from themselves. And now that we don't do that, we allow people to have more freedom and be carefree in that regard. I just believe it's creating a lot of issues. And I know some of you will disagree with me there. I don't care. This is what I truly believe. Knowing what I know of human psychology, I just think that's causing more harm than good. So we're just moving away from being able to fulfill the one desire that almost everyone on the planet has. Just wanting to be loved and desired by someone for who they are, too. It's so important. We all just want to be loved and accepted as we are. We don't want to have to put up a facade of ourselves or a caricature of ourselves to make someone else like us, because then we know that they wouldn't be loving the real version of us. They'd be loving this fake, ideal version of us that we created to lure them in. But then at some point, they're going to find out who we really are, and God knows if they'll love that if we weren't authentic from the very beginning. But so many people are so afraid of being alone that they'll immediately pretend to be someone they're not just to feel wanted by someone else. So it's like we shoot ourselves in the foot because they're going to find out, and then we'll be screwed. So I guess to make this video productive, because I don't just want to be talking about like how weird things are now. I mean, I've already kind of talked about that in a prior video called Modern Dating is Weird. So you can watch that one as well. It will pair well with this one. But if I have some advice to give, it would just be always be authentic when you're dating. Because, like I already said, you don't want that person to fall in love with a fake version of you. That's not going to be fulfilling at all. Even if you're afraid of being alone, do not let them fall in love with the version of you that isn't actually real. That is not going to make you happy at all. So it's better to be alone than to let someone else fall in love with you, but it's a fake version of you. Just avoid that at all costs. But also, the way to deal with loneliness or the fear of being alone is just to practice self-love. Start getting to a place where you love and accept yourself more so that you can enjoy your own company without having other people around you, so that you don't need other people to make you happy. That's why so many people are afraid of being alone, because they don't like their own company. So when they're alone, they don't enjoy it. They get bored or they feel lonely. They don't like it. So just start doing what you love on your own. Stop waiting for other people to be with you, because then you're always postponing your happiness until other people are in your company. That's stupid. Just go out there and claim your happiness on your own. Claim it for yourself. Don't wait around for others. And just self-love is one of the most powerful things out there. I mean, it's a gateway to knowing your worth as well. And the more that you know your worth, you'll be able to know what partners are better for you, so that you can pick them better and avoid people who will destroy you, because there are a lot of just bad partners out there. But if you are coming from a place of wanting to avoid loneliness, you're going to settle for anyone who comes along your way. And that means settling for someone who could be absolutely horrible for you, and they could destroy you. They could destroy your self-esteem, or in some cases, they literally could destroy you. So just avoid that as much as possible. Practice self-love. Get to a place where you aren't going to make relationship or dating decisions based on insecurities, based on fears. You should be coming from a place of love, of where you love yourself so much that you want to share that love with other people. You want to have it pour out of you and just have great experiences with other people that you can give your love to. That's what relationships should be about. It shouldn't be about what you get from someone else. It should be about what you can give to them. You can give all this raw, passionate love to them, and usually people will return that anyway. But that's what life is about. We all want to be loved and desired, but nowadays we're just living in ways that kind of turn us away from that, and it's really unfortunate, but who knows what the hell we can do about it. For now, I'm gonna keep looking, but yeah, it's looking kind of bad here in Los Angeles. So at some point I may have to move out of here to find something legit, because people are just way too superficial here, and it's unfortunate. But oh well. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video to talk about the desire to be loved, because of how powerful it is and how we all pretty much want that. So I figured, hey, I mean, sharing my thoughts here maybe could be helpful to someone out there. So that's what I'm doing. I hope this video helped you. And if so, the easiest way you can help me out is just to like, comment, and share. And if you aren't already subscribed to me, then do that as well. And let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts on this topic, on the desire to be loved, and whether or not you've ever fulfilled that desire. Maybe you have someone in your life right now who loves you like that, or maybe you've loved someone like that. I don't know. I'm just curious. Share your thoughts. I always love reading what you guys have to say. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too dreary. I don't know if that's not quite the right word, but I just hope it wasn't depressing. There we go. I'll see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci.